Austin Butler has recently been making waves by playing the role of Elvis in his new movie, and it has also led him to making some meaningful connections with his cast members. In this video, we're talking about Austin Butler dating his Elvis co-star. Austin Butler's rise to fame has been nothing if not astonishing. He's managed to give such a heartfelt performance as Elvis that the world couldn't help but take notice. Another reason why that movie was a success was because of his chemistry with his fellow co-stars, one of whom was Kaia Gerber. It's recently been rumored that the two of them started dating one another back in 2021. Austin has somewhat of a trend of dating people who are hugely famous in some way, which we'll dive a bit deeper into later in this video. But for now, let's talk about the public appearances that Kaia and Austin have made since they started dating. It's not like the two of them have kept their dating life a secret from the public. They have in fact attended several public events with one another since they started dating. One of their most famous appearances was when they arrived hand in hand at the Met Gala, which is one of the biggest nights for the fashion industry, and given the fact that Kaia Gerber is a model by profession, it was a huge indication that things were serious between her and Austin. They've known to show each other their support through such events, such as when they were photographed by each other's side at the premiere of their movie Elvis. One of the most interesting things to happen at the Cannes Film Festival, which was when the film's premiere took place, was that Kaia wore a dress that looked eerily similar to the one worn by her mom, who happens to be one of the most iconic supermodels in the fashion industry. Kaia is a woman of many talents, as she snapped a few photos of the people attending the event as well, which were later posted online. But before we delve into Kaia's backstory, let's talk about some of the people she's dated before Austin. Before landing Austin as her boyfriend, she was known to have been in relationships with a few famous men. Without a shadow of a doubt, the most famous person that Kaia has dated in the past was Pete Davidson. Just like Austin, he's becoming more and more famous by the moment, and this was all propelled by his relationship with Kim Kardashian, which has now come to an end. The relationship between Kaia and Pete, on the other hand, lasted from late 2019 to early 2020, which would be about the same duration as his relationship with Kim. Another person that has dated Kaia has been Jacob Elordi. You may know him from his role in the hit show Euphoria. As history goes, the relationship didn't last very long, and that's when she moved on to Austin Butler. Now that you have some idea about who Kaia Gerber is, let's talk about her in more detail. One of the first things you should know about her is that she has hugely famous parents. Her mother is Cindy Crawford, who was one of the first supermodels to turn her beauty into a multi-million-dollar empire. If there's a fashion magazine, there's a high chance she's appeared in it. Cindy Crawford even appeared in some famous commercials back when she was still actively being a model. She was instantly recognizable by the mole that she had above her lip, which made her even more iconic. Likewise, Kaia's father is Randy Gerber, who is known for co-owning a tequila brand alongside George Clooney. Suffice it to say, Kaia has some big shoes to fill, but so far she's been doing an excellent job at that. She's already appeared on the cover of several magazines, and this is all the more surprising given that she made her runway debut in 2017. She even received a Model of the Year award in 2018 at one of the most prestigious fashion award shows in the industry. All this is to say, Austin sure knows how to pick a girl. Speaking of picking women to date, Austin has a history of being with famous women, given the fact that the last woman he dated was none other than Vanessa Hudgens. For a while, it seemed like the two of them would be with one another for life, but things didn't quite turn out that way. The reason why everyone thought that was because Vanessa and Austin dated one another for about a decade before breaking things off. Vanessa is, of course, famous for her role in the movie High School Musical. One of the most interesting stories from their time as a couple was when she convinced him to audition for the role of Elvis. This happened when the two of them were sitting in a car listening to some music and an Elvis Presley song came on. Austin immediately began singing the lyrics to the song, and Vanessa was so pleasantly surprised by it that she urged him to seek a role in the upcoming movie. So all this is to say that without Vanessa, Austin Butler might not be as famous as he is today. So far, it seems like Austin and Kaia are a good fit for one another, and here's hoping that their relationship goes a long way.